Round 1 Wolfpack Epic Grade Racing Series for the Championship Series, where all the chips count. Today, somebody is going to either go home with no points or some points. That is what we got going on today. Everything counts right now. Everything legitimately counts. These drivers are competing for a grand prize of over $1,000 worth of sim racing equipment, damn near 1,500. This is going to be entertaining. This is going to be fun. We are about to see how this goes down. Right now, we are on track with Wildcat, who choked a bit in the preseason race, had an unfortunate situation, some damage. Also, we got Will I Am on track, who definitely had a hard preseason race, as he was in the lead at one point in time and then was wrecked to the back, never to recover. But none of that matters anymore, because today it is all about what they can do and what they can make happen. So right now they're on qualifying. We're on a short qualifying, short race distance. Next race will be on reverse grid. So all of those points that people accumulate today, they will have to show how strong they can be from the rear of the grid. We will have reverse grid all throughout the race, except the season, except for 3 races. All 3 USGPs will be short quali, short race. The other races will be reverse grid. Now, there was somebody who tried to give other people a tip to strategize. Maybe you go to the back this race and then you start up front the next race. But then if you do that, we do have over 10 drivers on the grid today. So that means if you took that strategy, you would get no points. No points at all. It might be a different strategy if you could snag some points. Like if we only had 10 cars on grid and you played that strategy, you collect at least 1 point. The next race you would get 25. But that still may put you behind on who shows up and everything else goes. So you really want to try to do your best. Hopefully you're a stronger driver. You can still make it through the grid, make it through the pack. Don't forget there's longer race distance on reverse grid. We're going to go long there. So there's a lot of time for drivers to try to recover that. Right now on board Wildcat, let's go on with Raz Grizz right now. All liveries are personally touched by the drivers. We are driving no OEM liveries. We're not representing them because they don't represent us. I want all drivers to have their own flavor and style here on the grid so they can do their thing. So that is what we have going on right here. So let's take a look at some of these liveries right now. Oh, that is spicy. Hillian right there is spicy. Look at him. Look at him. I like that, Hillian. Real nice. Let's check out King Reem, see what kind of livery he's sporting today. Check this out. And King Reem, oh, that's solid. That is a solid livery as well. Let's check out Racer X210, which I think is now streaming live also on Twitch. Wildcat takes the fastest lap of qualifying for the time being at a 137.88. Racer X, nice livery right there. Really crisp, really kind of corporate-like. S450 takes that fastest lap and takes current pole position at 136.0. These times are starting to tick down. E Cornbread, nice purple livery. Purple scene, woo, that's spicy. So fresh, just got fresh for real with that livery. Oh, that shit looks good, sir. That indeed does look good. That livery is spicy right there. I like that livery. Hillian now taking fastest lap and pole position at 135.979. Way to go. So far, fastest lap has changed hands 3 times. Let's see how many more drivers, if any other drivers, are going to get that fastest lap time. We got a caution right now on track. Who do we have? Do we got somebody for the first spin cam? Oh, nobody yet. I couldn't catch him. I couldn't catch him, people. But we will catch you. We will eventually catch you for the spin cam. Don't worry. Spin cam is coming. I prayed to the F1 powers to be for at least a spin cam. Not trying to hate on nobody. Not trying to see you do your worst. But spin cam is almost a prerequisite to be here in the Wolfpack Epic Grudge Race Series. Oh, we got another one there. That was short. That's just probably somebody off track. Somebody going a little wide. Let's check out this YRE coming in with the livery of, the black and yellow. I think that's kind of, similar to see. I like to see more customization in these liveries if drivers could deliver some of that. Paul, we know S450 rider is good for having one livery and then another livery. Has delivered some awesome liveries throughout our grudge racing experiences throughout the season. But now we are in for a season racing event. There's 9 more races after this. 10 races altogether in this season, and we will see in 9 races who is going to be king of the hill and get all the goodies. And then there are several other prizes. Don't forget, driver of the day, officially today. Driver of the day gets a honey bun. You know how I feel about honey buns. Every driver of the day for every race will be prized with a honey bun and a Formula One attack player card. I've added that. So you will get a honey bun, you will get a card. Other drivers that finish the racing series, there will be prizes at this point in time all the way down to at least 4th. Still waiting on confirmation on going down to 10th, but keep that in mind as well. All right, we got drivers going into the pits, getting ready to make some of those changes so they can dial a bit more in. Right now, Hillian still holds the pole position at 135.9. Nobody has taken that over yet. Several of the drivers who did hold the pole position at one point in time before Hillian have now checked into the pits, and they're going to be looking to try to take that off of Hillian really soon. Right now, So Fresh is at the bottom at 12. Hopefully it doesn't stay that way, but somebody's got to be there. King Reem right now seems like he was going through Kitty the corner, picking up a lot of rocks on those tires, and that's not going to do him any good favors as for traction and or pace. Cornbread is in the pits. Guess why Ben is out here on track as well, right now currently in 9th. Racer X210 falling to 8th. Wildcat right now is 7th, although 7 is a good number. As I've said before, it is not where you want to be as far as finishing a race. Wildcat right now is in the pits. Chaos Druid joining us right now is 6th. And Will I Am right now not looking as he did in the preseason race, but he is in 5th. That is a good position for points. He will collect quite a bit of points for 5th, and that will put him in good standings going into the next race, and also not in a bad position. Reverse grid right there in the center, he'll pretty much stay there in the middle. It's kind of like when you do drafting for fantasy. You don't want to be in the back. You don't want to be up front. You kind of want to be in the middle. Kind of goes and comes a little bit better as far as player selection. So not saying he wants to be there, but if he does finish there, it's not necessarily a bad thing because won't much change for him in the next race as it goes to reverse grid. So that is something to kind of be a pro and con. Right now we're in the pits and we're going to take off with Raz Grizz. We're taking S450 out here in 2nd place. He's got at least a 1/10 of a gap out from trying to catch Hillian anyway on this pole position. So we're going to see if he can go ahead and make up some of that gap, and can he actually capture that. That'd be awesome to see these drivers at the top fighting it out. I'm pretty sure we'll see smaller gaps with them, and then when DRS kicks in, we should see a bit of, hopefully we don't see DRS chicken, of course, but hopefully we see a good battle. I do think, honestly, a good battle is going to be between, if they stay the same, 7 and 9, probably would be a quarrel right there. 7 and 9. Wildcat, Racer X 210, and guess why Ben? The other battle that I think may happen will be between Wari, Will, and Chaos Druid. That may also be another quarrel. So there are some spots that we can kind of point out and pick out there to see what they're doing. I do have Stinky on the line right here just in case I need any assistance. He is here on my side right here like a parrot, just sitting there just in case. Pluck your eyes out. No, he's here for positive reinforcement, not plucking your eyes out. I'm not trying to get Stinky any charges. You know what I'm saying? Not on the first race anyway. Big shout out to Broken Hypocrite and Stinky One taking on the steward duties. Do not forget, please, before you close out of this race, make sure that you have recorded your race, you save it. That way, if there are any incidences, they can then view from your point of view. Brian bringing up that point. Also, Stinky offering up a lot of information as this track goes so that people can have a good race. But you know what? He can't make you do it. He can't make you do what he's telling you to do. But if Stinky's speaking, I would listen. You know, he doesn't talk much. He sits back there, but when he says something, that you might want to take account to that. So yeah, listen to what he's got to say. Good tips on Cota. He's going to give several good tips as well as Brian throughout the rest of this season. Take the information, and the key word here is patience. Damn it, patience, especially in Baku. Be patient. If you're not patient, you might be a patient. You might get DQ'd because you wreck your car. Now you're taking up medical expenses that don't need to be taken up. Being Logan Sargent S. Don't add any more money to the cost cap, okay? You got a lot of things going on this season. If you keep driving through the rocks right there, that's not going to be very beneficial either. Doesn't look like anybody's taking it off of him yet. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. So please keep that in mind. Also, don't forget we could have technical difficulties. You know how these things work. Just bear with us as things happen. EA Sports is not always good. YouTube is not always kind to us. And streaming platforms often like to throw some wrenches out there for us to trip up on. Just be patient. Gather with us. We're going to get through this either way it goes. It is Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve to everybody out there. I don't know about you, but I checked the security camera and I just saw a bunch of bags. So I'm just waiting on the email that says insufficient funds. And then you know what, I don't understand that. You get insufficient funds and they just charge you more money, just making your shit more insufficient. That doesn't seem very productive at all. It actually seems counterproductive. They need to have some kind of stipulation on these banks doing that shit. It need to be like a 24-hour period. When you get an insufficient fund, ping, 24 hours, go ahead and fix that shit up before we just start charging you $35 damn dollars. Shit be crazy out here. But you know, it's Merry Christmas time, and if you got people out there shopping and you hear racing, be worried about what you might get out of your sim rig too, and go find wrapping up. None of this shit would be for you, maybe. It'd be for somebody else. So just keep that also in mind. It could be crazy today. But yeah, I will be up early in the morning, wrapping gifts, going through my typical stuff. So that's gonna be a good time. I always like to have my tool bag ready just in case somebody needs me to put something together. You know, they call JP, hey, can you come hang up the TV, Jay? Yeah, I'll come hang your TV for you, so you can enjoy it. It ain't my TV, but I want you to enjoy your gift. Let's go on board with the Raz Grizz and see what kind of driving we got going on here. Nice colors on the livery, nice colors on the gloves. Let's see if we can get some nice turns through here. This is one of my favorite portions of Cota, as well. It can be very misleading to me, at least, because I'm not a very experienced driver. But coming through there, I don't necessarily take the best line. So we'll see how they do. Also, don't be in a rush to make a pass. Make sure you take your time, set your passes up, because you don't want to ruin your race, let alone somebody else's races. Doing that is not going to do anybody a favor. This is another favorite portion of myself for the track, this uphill elevation as you get ready to turn on down. I ran off the track several times here, attempting to find this out until I realized that, yeah, you're not going to be able to take that full wide open throttle. Here's my most favorite portion of this track, the S's section with the flag just waving. The flag's just waving. I even enjoy sitting there at Cota in person, watching the cars come through there. As I saw Ferrari last time, very stiff suspension coming over those curves, definitely sparking up the track. And also, as we saw, worn down excessive plank got disqualified, as well as Sir Lewis Hamilton for situations like that. And don't keep in mind, it was also a sprint, so a very small amount of time to make those adjustments. But either way it goes, it is the job of the team to make sure they do that. So we will see how this goes. We're right now, Hillian is still on pole, and it is 4 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. If he keeps this going, he indeed will have pole position and be in a very good spot to have to take this race. So let's go on board with Hillian. He's in the pits. Let's go on board with So Fresh and see how he's doing, see what that's looking like from his point of view on the track. So Fresh joining us, another supporting Wolfpack family member. Definitely stays in the weeds and in the shadows in case he needs to come out and lay the hammer down. We're going to see what he can do coming out in the first round of this championship racing series, and hopefully he does something well. Trading spots right there with Wildcat. Wildcat coming out of 7th at one point in time, now in 3rd. So big shout out to Wildcat getting in the top of that situation. Oh, looked like a little bit of impeding right there. It messed up So Fresh's lap. But Wildcat right now in 3rd. That's going to be a nice little fight if he can hang on to that. I do believe he's got some extra special equipment in, and it does look to seem to be an upgrade, not just an update, because he's often not done that too much. So right now it's looking like he's putting in the time. He's got some new equipment. He's getting dialed in with that equipment, and I think it is showing. So I'm really interested to see how Wildcat's going to do throughout the race of this season. Wiry Supreme is somebody else who we've seen occasionally racing in here. We're going to look to see what he's going to do. Let's see kind of drive. He's got some debris right there on that front left tire. See if he can get that debris off. That's not going to help him for traction. It looks like when he went over that curve, he kicked that pebble off. Really cool to see the details that EA Sports is putting into the game, and not the details that they're putting into the functionality of the fucking program. Why don't you do something about that? You know, we get tired of getting kicked. If I wanted to do karate, I'd go down the street and sign up for karate. I didn't join EA Sports and come to race to get kicked in the ass and off the server. So EA Sports, get your game right. Why don't you give us all a Christmas present and give us a better platform for more consistent, reliable functioning gaming? Why don't you do that? Am I asking for too much? I don't think I'm asking for too much. 2 minutes remaining. And ooh, look at that. I can't wait to see some of that action. I can't wait to see some of that action on track. Oh yeah, listen, the race is not going to be as gentile as qualifying is. I know that right now. We're on board with Paul S450 rider, where a lot of competitiveness is going to happen. By the way, Paul being a very clean driver, patient driver, so it is very interesting to watch Paul drive. He does pick and choose his moments, definitely considerate of his competitors around him, and I think that's awesome. And also it pays in dividends for himself, because not only does he not ruin his car, ruin his aero, or ruin his race, and he's always very supportive of other drivers when they win. I love to see the sportsmanlike conduct that he displays out here, as well as Will I Am always. There must be some debris that got kicked up on the track right there. Look at that. I was just speaking to it, and you see how he got out of the way right there, letting that driver go by, being sure not to impede them. That is the consideration that I'm talking about, and consideration that a lot of other drivers should take note of. It can help you out, and it can help other drivers out, and it could pay itself in dividends when you are in inverse positions, and that driver that you gave that position or got out of the way may be in a position to do the same for you. Looked like somebody went wide as hell right there. Hillian, let's go. Hillian right here. Let's see what Hillian's doing. 135.97. I just got my radio message from Stinky in my ear saying, let's check out Hillian. Hillian right now, 135. Let's go on board with him and see how he's looking from a damn cockpit view. See what these turns are looking like. See what these lines are looking like. Because right now, nobody's touched Hillian as, oh, look at him come through those S's, nice and smooth. Look at that approach right there, that almost like a double apex. Look at that turn right there. Hillian is on rails. I am so glad that Stinky said, clue in, Jay. Hillian is doing some awesome things. This is why I got eyes in the sky with Stinky. He's like a raven. Have you ever seen MOD? Have you ever seen it? He's like a raven. He's just up there spying on shit and telling me, just coming down and say, hey, Jay, look at this shit. And I'm glad he did. Hillian is on rails. Now we can probably see visually why he is in the position he's in, and possibly why he may be in the better position to take this race and be the first person to win, take podium, and collect the 25 points for the round one of the racing series. Right now, Hillian's not playing around, and I like that livery. That livery he's got is saucy. He usually comes with something very saucy. We're going to stay on board here with him. We're just going to watch this, because I want to see if this is going to be the same type of driving that we're going to see when the race starts. And I'm going to go on board with Wildcat, because right now he's fourth. No, I'm going to go on board with Will I Am. He's fifth. I like to kind of get a back seat and try to look at everything that's going to happen in turn one, because it can get pretty dicey. All right, Chaos Jewel is finished with his qualifying lap. King Reem is finished. E Cornbread is finished. Nobody looks like they're going to take this away. Hillian right now, 135.962, S450. Where is he? Where will the checkered flag fall for him? Let's go ahead on board with S450 as he's coming around. See what kind of checkered flag falls for him, what kind of time he can finish out with. Oh, at the last minute, Raz Grizz gets the pole position for the time being, on top of Hillian by 0.4 of a second. S450, holy shit, takes pole position back from them, 135.28. This is crazy. Hillian now falling to fourth after Wildcat popping to third. This is a change that happened. I don't know what this shit's like. It's like being catfished. It's like you see it, and then all of a sudden they take the hat off, and like, oh shit, everything just changed all of a sudden on us. And it changed for the better for some drivers and for the worse for other drivers. Hillian holding on the pole position for several minutes through qualifying and does not end up with it, but not only that, he ends up fourth out of the top three positions. Wildcat sneaks in there. S450 gains it, and Razcrash is getting in second. This shit right here, you can't make this up. This might be the ingredients for an awesome racing event that is coming in less than 2 minutes time. Oh my goodness, we have several drivers in the pits. We got Wiry Supreme in the pits, Will I Am in the pits. I don't know if there's anything they can do, but right now I'm satisfied with what I just saw from that. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen when the lights go out. Big shout out to Stinky Juan for cluing us in on that. Definitely put us in a good position to see some awesome situations happen and be right there as they did unfold. That was nice. Love it. Teamwork makes the machine work. I'm trying to tell you. All right. Wildcats in third. Now, bro, don't mess it up. You in third position. Good position to grab some points. There is your classification right there. S450, Raz, and Wildcat.
So that I know where you're looking at.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely, Sneaky. I got you, my brother. I got you. So let's get ready to advance this on and see how this is going to go. 29 seconds. Round one is about to start for the championship racing series. All the chips are down. We're pushing them to the center of the table. We're going to see how they come out. This right here is why we do it. I'm telling you, this right here is why we do it. Oh man. Everybody, listen, we got one driver, Racer X210, which was kind of silent there on medium tires. Rest of the grid using softs. We're going to watch this approach on, maybe is he trying to put something together? Maybe he's been working on a special package to kind of sneak in here in the race and do something special. But usually when you see an outlier like that, you either think they know something that others don't, or they're trying something that they have tried before and it worked, or maybe shit just, shit just is because, and nothing's gonna pan out. But we're waiting for that countdown. We're waiting for the lights out. Oftentimes EA Sports can stick us here and keep us stuck here. We're not trying to start this lobby over again. But of course, for anybody that was late and didn't get in on time, it benefits them, but not us, because we've already been putting in the time. We put in the qualifying laps, and we don't want to have to go through all that crap again. It sucks. We're waiting for players as it sits right now. And like I said, I'm going to go on board with the fifth place holder so I can see at least the first four cars up front for turn one. I can get a good little view of the back if I want to go ahead and look in that rear view and kind of see what's going to unfold behind us. And then from there, we'll pick our spots. I'll be sure to try to let Stinky know where I am, as he is on my radio right here on my side. So here we go. I heard a countdown. I'm waiting to see something happen. I'm waiting to see we're on the grid. It just beeped out. Let's get this party started. I'm going on board with YRE. Woo, let's go, baby. Let's get it. They're revving up, and lights are out. Let's see. Is YRE going to go for it on the outside? He does go for it on the outside. We're heading into the turn one, and we're going to see what's going to happen. We got Hillian right there in third. He sneaks up there, kind of like Lewis Hamilton off the back. Turn one, we got a little touching back there. We got some touching right here. Oh, yeah, okay. They made turn one pretty well. Pretty well they made turn one. We're going to go ahead and stay on board right here with King Ring. I'm on board with King Ring. As we're coming through the Essence section, I'm on board with Chaos Druid. Excuse me, those positions changed right there as I clicked in. Wildcat from third to fifth. Not a good situation. I'm on board with Wildcat as he's falling from third to fifth. Now he's going to have to try to fight back to make that. Does he have the pace, or does he have the drive craft to make that happen? We got a yellow flag in sector 2. Spin cam. Guess why Ben is our first competitor to offer us a partial spin cam, not a major spin cam, partial spin cam. We'll stay on board just a little bit to see if he can make this turn without ending up on spin cam again. S450 just fell from position. Here we go. They're coming through this turn. We're on board with Raz, and that's nice. That's nice. We got a little bit of touching right there. We got a little bit of touching right here from these drivers. Look how Wiry Supreme and Hillian might have had a little touch. Now we're on board with So Fresh. We're going to see what he can see how he's following. He has 4 competitors in front of him fighting like nobody's business. Right there in the back, you can see Chaos Druid, and Wildcat has now fallen to 7th place. Wildcat is now fallen to 7th place. I'm going to go on board with Hillian. Hillian got snuffed out from the pole position. Woo, this is a battle right here. Hillian snuffed out. He goes and takes the outside majorly. Oh my goodness, So Fresh sneaks on the inside of Hillian. Can he hold it? No, Hillian says, I'm on the gas and I'm going to get going. I'm in the slip and you're not. He's going to use that to his benefit. Coming up here, nice turn on the elevation. Can he make it? Will he be clean? Who's coming up the back? Oh my goodness, that was nice. Hillian sneaking up to 2nd place right there. But Raz is not trying to let it go easy, but he's probably going to have to in this section. Probably not best to fight this out. You could find yourself on the outside of a curve. You could find both cars touching, and if both cars touch, we don't know what can happen right there. Hillian has fought back after losing pole position to be in 2nd place. S450 is ahead of him, driving a pretty good race. Let's go on board with S450. We're going to watch the rear view, try to see what kind of attack Hillian is going to mount here, as right now he is under pressure. A bit more under pressure than S450. S450 having a bit more breathing room, so we're going to go ahead and fall on back to Hillian. No, we're going to fall back to Raz, because Raz is on the attack. He wants to get that place back. He's in the slip. Hillian does not have as much of a slip as he does, and he sticks on the inside. Get him by Hillian. Can Hillian hold it? He will try to hold it going into this turn. Hillian will capture that back, pushing, ushering Raz out a little wide with a little touch. Raz getting the inside of here, holding his position. Hillian going wide. He's going to try it. Is he going to be able to keep it? No. Hillian gets it back. What a tussle right there between both of those drivers. I do think they did as much as they could to try and keep it clean. That was nice to see. Right here, Wiry Supreme fighting to try to get in that third position, not doing much for him at this point in time. So Fresh has him under attack. S450 with the fastest lap, 137.5. Let's go on board with Hillian. Nah, it's not much to go on board with Hillian. S450 seems to be running away. Let's find us a nice, oh, a little touch right there from, oh my goodness, from Raz, a little bit of touch right there, and that's going to cost him. That's going to cost him some pace as he had to try to get out of that from causing a full-on collision. We're on board with Wiry, trying to see what he's going to do. Right now, he is in third position. Racer X210 is in the pits and out of the points. Guess why Ben is also out of points. King Ring right now being our bookmarker for the last point in 10th position. If he keeps that, he'll at least get on the board. The other two drivers will not. They will have to fight for the next race, as they will have a benefit and an advantage in that race because of reverse grid, but can they hold it? I'm going to say, if you can't get out of this position, it's likely that reverse grid may not help you. It'll put you in a good position, but you're going to have to fight to hold that, because these dogs right here, Wiry is up to second place, and he gets Hillian for second place. Hillian's going to fight him back for it. A little bit of contact. He's going to take the inside again. Hillian's going to usher him wide, but will it be wide enough in order to get, oh, a little touch. He's going to have to get out of that. Very good right. Raz is on spin cam, falls to 5th place. That touch cost him. I told you earlier, the touch and the contact can cost you. Now he's going to be under attack by Wildcat, under attack by Chaos Druid. He's going to have to fight through these drivers, and if he can't fight through these drivers, he's going to consistently fall back. These drivers on medium tires, he's on softs. Those softs have to be falling off some to a degree, so he's not going to have the same amount of pace he would have had at the beginning of this race falling into this position. The fact that he's fallen into this position a little bit later in the race, that's going to be a little bit harder for him. He doesn't have the grip coming in and out of these turns as he did before. It's likely you'll see Raz fall to 8th position. What is Will doing? I'm on board with Will. I am right now in 8th place. He's driving a decent race. He is in the points, not the best points possible. He did get snuffed out last time for the preseason race. Right now, this is a pretty fair race going down for him. He's going to have to put something together if he's going to come here. I think he could have carried a little bit more speed in that turn, but I'm not the one to say, because I'm not a driver. I'm just a spectator talking to you all and how I feel. Everything I say is like everybody's asshole. It's all in my opinion, all right? Ooh, locked up those tires. You telling me that ain't a flat spot? I don't know what is. We're going to go on board with the flat spot king right now, and that's Wildcat, just showing us how you can go ahead and get those tires to stay in position when you don't have them mounted to the car. You put a flat spot in them, and they'll just stay right there. They won't roll nowhere. That's what he just showed us. Oh, Will under attack. Oh, my goodness. Will on the attack and gets pushed a bit wide by Wildcat. You got to know Wildcat's not giving up any position easy, and that's for sure, and I do credit him for that. He will fight sometimes to a tidbit unfair, but guess what? In this driving series right here, it's called grudge racing, and I don't mind it. I don't damn mind it at all. All right, here we go. We're on board with Chaos Druid, who joined us right here. Chaos Druid right now. Oh, Raz, back up a position. Back up one position, so maybe he can make some ground up on there. I do see that he sees two cars in the distance, not far off. Let's see what they look like from Raz's view. Yeah, it's a bit further than I thought from the last view I was in, but he's still there on soft tires. Those tires are going to be, oh, he took that. Let's go. Hillian and Fresh, my Raven in the sky, just said Hillian and Fresh are fighting. Hillian right now is 4th place, So Fresh in 3rd. So evidently So Fresh gets that. We're going to see if Hillian can mount an attack to reclaim that 3rd position. They want this podium. This is the fight for the first podium right now. Wiry Supreme gets a 3-second time penalty. He is in 2nd place, and he does not have a 3-second gap on the drivers behind him. If this stays the same, he will concede that place, and by the looks of it, he'll end up off podium. Oof, Hillian being very patient. Hillian is being very patient right now. He's on mediums. Both drivers on mediums. Likely both same kind of similar like, because right now the way Hillian is driving, but they've been quarreling. These tires may be compromised the same. Let's see how he takes this. I like that. Look how he put the brakes on, didn't run up the back of his competitor's exhaust, causing him front wing damage, which is going to compromise your aero, which will then compromise your race. A lot less damage than could be said right there, but you can't hit somebody's diffuser and cause the same amount of damage, but that's not doing anybody any good. So I like to see that Hillian is exercising patience right here. Stinky has said it several times. Brian has said it several times. Will.i.am has said it several times. Paul Ramos has said it several times. Be patient when you're trying to be on the attack. It will open up for you. There's a lot of information that they can collect by watching the driver in front of them. How does he take this turn? Is he going wide here? Do I have enough pace to sneak on the inside and take that because he goes wide there? That's what Hillian is doing. He's looking for a setup. He's looking for an opportunity, and he's going to probably find it. And when he finds it, he'll go on the attack, and then it will be up for So Fresh to make sure that he wards that attack off. Guess why, Ben? 3-second time penalty. So we got penalties at the bottom of the grid. We got penalties at the top of the grid. In second place and in 11th place. Both one spot from being last, one spot from being first. That ironic? Oh, Raz gets a time penalty right there. That's not going to help the campaign for Raz. Not at all. Hillian and So Fresh right here. This is the closest race other than Will.i.am. Will.i.am looking to close a bit of the gap. I'm on board with Will. Ooh, that was a little bit juddy right there. That's a little bit of yanking. Let's see what Will can do right here. Wildcat still in front of him. Is Will going to be able to get this position back? Wildcat looks like he's taking off on him. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Things are closing. Oh, come back just in time to watch Hillian on the attack with So Fresh. So Fresh falls to Hillian right now. Oh, So Fresh, be a bit patient. Be a bit patient. He's going to go around and Hillian back in fourth position. So Fresh back up to third. This right now is beginning to be the fight of the race. Hillian, So Fresh. I do believe neither one of them have pitted. I don't think either one of these drivers has pitted yet, so it's going to be very interesting to see when they're going to do that. They have to be very strategic right here, not wanting to give up much to the other, but somebody's going to have to give. Somebody's going to have to make a good decision in order to keep that position or gain more position. And right now, Hillian has more to gain than So Fresh. So Fresh is on the podium already, so yeah, he could gain a couple of more spots. But I'm going to tell you right now, Paul is driving. S450 is driving out of his mind right now. 2-second gap on YRE, and I don't think he's going to close that. Let me see. We got some DRS action going to be coming up. Got some DRS action needs to be coming up right here for Hillian. As long as he stays within that second gap, he's going to have that detection zone, and he's going to be able to open up this rear flap that you see closed for the moment that says short, and he's going to go for it like Jaws. I do enjoy watching the patience of Hillian in this drive. I just have to say, there's a lot that can be gifted to him on this Christmas Eve race day by, oh, partial spin cam from Hillian, and he's going to give up leverage, falling outside of that second, but he had DRS in the detection zone. Will that assist him in making some of that up? And he falls 2 seconds in the gap, and this right here may have just opened up an opportunity for So Fresh to feel a bit more confident in his race. Does this change him as far as strategy for pitting? Does it change for Hillian falling back like that? He's going to average out a 2-second gap due to that mistake. A race and a battle that close, it doesn't take much to open it up, and that's what you saw happen right there with Hillian. Made a small error, luckily didn't go into a full spin cam situation. Now he's back outside of a second, okay? Damn, that was critical right there. That was critical. Will.i.am right now falling outside of a second next to Wildcat. So, okay, Hillian's going in. Let's see what kind of tires he's going to put on. Let's see. He's got the mediums right now. Let's see what he's going to go with. All right, he's in the pits. They're going to service him up. They got the car up. They got the car down. He's taken out, and it looks like he is on set of mediums, is it? Or did he go on hards? Oh, wow. He went on hards. So Fresh is up to second place. Hey, he still has to pit. He still has to pit. Raz with another 3-second time penalty. Wildcat is in the pits. Will.i.am is in the pits. Let's see what these drivers are going to go on. They're coming out. Right here, we're going to catch King Reem in the pits. King Reem is going to go on soft tires. Now, mind you, Hillian comes back out in 6th position. I'm on board with Hillian. He went on hard compound tires. There's a strategy there. Will it work? I don't know. We all know how the hard compound tires kind of were this season. We're going to see how this works out for him. But also, let's keep in mind to see what So Fresh is going to go on when he pits. He's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit. When he pits, I don't know. I'm going to say this. He might feel confident in waiting just a bit, but how long will he have to wait before those hard tires warm up? Because right now his thought process is probably who's been at the front with me and who's pitted. So, oh, you did see, you saw that, right? A little loss of grip. So his pit window is well beyond. He's going to have to get in there. S450 hasn't pitted yet, but he's got a total of 6 seconds. Raz is right now trying to pass Hill, and Raz does pass Hillian. Hillian's in 6th, Raz is in 5th, but Raz does have a time penalty, so almost some of the work he does is going to be discounted. Chaos Druid collecting a time penalty right now. Chaos Druid is in 3rd place and in the pits. All the drivers are in the pits. Okay, So Fresh is in the pits. Let's see what tires he's going to go in. Paul is in the pits, and he's out of the pits. He went on another set of softs. Ooh, damn. He went on another set of softs. He made it 8 laps completed before he pitted on the 9th. Right there might be the race for Hillian. Right there might be the race. If he was able to do that, he's going to have to let those tires run up. Hillian right now running up on Raz. What do we got, Breaker? What do we got, Justin? What do we got? Talk to me. Who do we need to be on camera with? So right there as we see, Paul just came out and kept position. So Paul came out, kept position. Wiry's behind him. But honestly, with Wiry behind him, I don't think Wiry is going to be able to do much with Paul. Paul right now is on soft compound tires. Wiry is also on soft compound tires. But I do think the body of work that Paul has put before so far, I have confidence. It's only right that I have confidence that he's going to be able to maintain this gap, and at some point in time he's going to pull away and increase that gap between he and Wiry. And that's just fair based off what I've seen in his driving ability. So Fresh is in 3rd place, Hillian's in 4th, and here we go again with these two battling on track. The battle of the Titans right here between Hillian and So Fresh. Right now, Hillian's on hard compound tires. So Fresh elected to go on the soft compound tires. So it's going to be a game. Do the soft compound tires hold on well beyond the end of this race, or do they fall a bit as the hard compound tires come into their working window and Hillian is able to mount a more efficient attack on So Fresh and capture the podium? They're fighting for a podium position right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works. Right now we got Wildcat 0.2 seconds out. I'm on board with Wildcat from Cornbread. We're going to see, is he ghosted? Is he ghosted? Is that this delivery looking like? I think he's ghosted. So I don't even know if Wildcat's driving his car, but it doesn't even matter. He went into the pits. Cornbread went into the pits. So I don't want to be on anybody that's ghosted right now because I'm not sure what may be going on there. Maybe he had to run to the restroom. Maybe he had to go get a bag of gifts his wife came home with, like I'm going to have to do, and see how. I hope she went to the Dollar Tree. Honestly, I'm hoping that those were Dollar Tree bags. I'm hoping that Dollar Tree, Dollar General, even though they're not a dollar, there's a lot less than other stores. I need her to be very cautious about the money that's being spent right now. I got people out here thinking that they can get jobs and just run off with money. But anyway, let me not get my soliloquy right here during this awesome race and this battle that's going to be coming. Let's go on board just for a little while and watch the driving of Paul, S450 rider, as he's going through here, and he's been commandingly in 1st place in a commanding fashion. The gap has closed. Sylvia Wick says Wildcat lost connection. I thought it was King Ring picks up a 3-second time penalty. Wiry has closed the gap a bit, a smidge, not a lot, but a smidge. 0.4 of a second, honestly, to be fair. So let's watch and see what's going to happen here. Matter of fact, let's go on board with Wiry and see what he sees as he's watching Paul go in and out of these turns, what kind of line he may be looking for, what kind of line he's taking, what kind of line is he not taking that could benefit him a bit more on closing that gap and maybe even capturing 1st place for some time. But I will tell you this, at this point in time, Wiry has a 3-second time penalty. Paul does not. S450 rider does not have a 3-second time penalty. So he will concede that position even if he gets it, because I'm not going to believe that S450 is going to fall back more than 3 seconds. Let's go ahead and go on board right here with Hillian and So Fresh. The gap has increased between Hillian and So Fresh by 1.4 seconds. Something's got to happen, and I'm going to start wondering Does Hillian think maybe he made the wrong tire choice? Should have not gone on a set of mediums if he had them. And if he did have them, did he have a scrub set or did he not have a set? But I'm going to start wondering, did he feel like he may have made only one warning? Paul only has one warning. So right there, one warning. If he does get another warning, he will collect a time penalty, likely for cutting corners. So that's going to be very monumental in that battle for him keeping first place. Because if he doesn't stretch out Wiry more than 3 seconds, which we've seen he hasn't been able to yet, that gap did close. So if he collects a time penalty, Wiry has one time penalty, they will pretty much be a push and they will stay where they are. So that's going to be very interesting. Electronic Cornbread, so we have at least 6 drivers right now with time penalties all throughout the grid. Wiry, Chaos Druid, Raz, guess why? King Ring, Cornbread all have time penalties. The 3 at the back. Now what's very interesting is, at least guess why, having that time penalty, he likely will be able to keep the final and last point on the grid at the 10th spot. Will.i.am in the 7th place, clean race, no time penalty. Wildcat, clean race, but he did not lose, he's now back with us, he's not ghosted. Racer X210, who started out right there, mediums in the qualifying, now on hard tires, in 9th position. Let's go back on board with Hillian and try to see what's going on right here. It doesn't look like the tire strategy is working out for Hillian. Wildcat, right when I said he had a clean race, is now collecting a 3-second time penalty. He will concede that position. No, he will not, because it looks like if I go to Racer X right now and I check out his camera view, yeah, he ain't conceding nothing. He's 9 seconds out of that position, so Wildcat's safe for now. He's safe for now unless Racer X 210 close that gap up. I can't even see Wildcat from this cockpit. So right here, we'll go on board Will, one of 4 drivers to have a clean race right now. How many warnings they have, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure my Raven in the sky will let me know. How many penalties does So Fresh, Hillian, Will.i.am, and Racer X 210 have? That would be interesting to see how much in danger are they of losing their position. We do have a caution flag right here. Looks like Wildcat came off track. We do have another caution flag. Who do we have going? Oh, we missed it. It looked like Wildcat brought out the caution for a minute. Wiry is out of DRS range from S450, and that in itself is going to, but the good thing is S450 doesn't have DRS either, okay? So it means something, but it's not as bad as if S450 was coming up to the back of a passer, back of a back marker, and was going to get DRS from that. That would be even worse for Wiry, because then S450 would have an advantage. He would gain that pace. Then he would put cars between him and Wiry that he then also would have to fight through. And while he's doing that, S450 would just steady or increase that gap. So out of DRS range, that's not going to yield great for his fight. Who do we have else right here that we can look into and try to see if there's a matchup? The grid is pretty much spread out. Nobody right now is going to have DRS going through any detection zone at this point in time if they didn't collect it before, because the closest gap we have is 1.3 seconds. That's between first and second place. The largest gap we see right there is 17 seconds plus some going from just down the grid. I mean, if you want to go from Paul all the way back, that's a lot. That's RB19-ish type shit going on right now. So gap just steadily increasing right there. Let's go on So Fresh. There we go. You heard my Raven in the sky right there. Paul now fastest lap. So Fresh, one more warning. He will take a time penalty, which will not do well for his campaign. I just love this interaction between DZP, Wolfpack Performance. By the way, if you want to race beyond the grudge racing season and you want to be in an ecosystem of growth, of information, of technical know-how, you will reach out, you will follow, subscribe, do all of that in Discord at Delta Zero Productions. They will get you right if you broke. If you're broke in racing, they'll fix you up and get you on your way. Go see DZP. I'm trying to tell you, those guys are real legit over here. Over here, we wild west. We gunslingers. Over there, they are like distinguished gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So go check them out. All right, So Fresh. Yeah, that right there that's not gonna do well. So Fresh. Damn. And Hillian. it just doesn't look like Hillian's going to be able to get it done. I think he made the wrong tire selection. I really do think he did. I think he should have went on at least on mediums. Maybe we're looking at a different fight between these two. What was an epic fight at one point in time has just increased in gap, and now we're not getting that. And I do think it's because of the tire selection Hillian went on. And this is the last lap. This is it. This is for all the marbles. Hillian off podium, and he can see it. He can smell it. He can almost taste it. But I don't think he's going to be able to chew it. I just don't think he's going to be able to get there. But I don't want to doubt him. I want to go ahead and keep going with him. I'm going to ride with all the drivers, doing an awesome job. He's been patient. I was hoping that it would pay in dividends. So Fresh snuck in there for third place, right there on podium. This is going to be awesome. The first podium finishers of this race. And as we go ahead, we're going to go on board with S450 as he's going to get ready to start mounting this last lap, come across this checkered flag. I feel like let's see, Will is also in the final few corners. We're going to see what happens there. S450 coming around the mountain when he comes. He's going to get ready to bring down the checkered flag. I could not be more excited. I could be more excited, but I don't think that there's anybody as deserving. No, that's not true either. There's plenty. He's just deserving. Paul is going to be the first winner of the Wolfpack Epic Grudge Racing Series, bringing the first podium. First 25 points will go to S450 Rider, and he has shown you all how to have sportsmanlike conduct, how to congratulate drivers when they win, and because of his good energy and karma, he is paid back in dividends multiplied by being the first person, the first driver to win in the Wolfpack Epic Grudge Racing Championship Series, to collect the podium and to get those top points. But mind you, this means in the next race, he's gonna have to start from the back, and he's gonna have to show us, can he do all of that from the back and make it to the front? He's going to have to do a broken hypocriteness. That's what he's going to do. He's going to have to do a broken hypocriteness. You know how a broken hypocrite do shit. He start last, go and disqualify himself in qualifying, and then he comes back like Jason Voorhees, stabs you in the back for the position. That's what Paul's going to have to do. Racer X210 is going to round this corner, come across checker flag. He's going to bring in a ninth, collecting a point. Guess why Ben, looking like he's going to collect the last point of the racing series. Cornbread will find himself out of the points. King Ream will find himself out of the points. And that is going to conclude the first round of the Wolfpack Championship Grudge Racing Series is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We have arrived. We are here. And we have just finished the first race of this season. This right here was good. There's going to be driver of the day is So Fresh. So Fresh, congratulations being driver of the day. You indeed are going to be rewarded with a honey bun and a F1 attack player card. So Fresh, driver of the day. Make sure you get with me in the Discord. Give me your shipping address so I can ship your honey bun and your card to you. Congratulations for winning driver of the day. Round one. Congratulations to S450. Congratulations to the podium finishers. This was awesome. Will I Am says congrats to everyone. Race one. Alex says let's go podium. Happy with that. I know. So Fresh. Man, good job. P8, and then he did it coming from P8, P9, I believe. Look at this. There's your final classification. S450, congratulations, and did it without getting a time penalty. Wiry Supreme, congratulations. So Fresh, congratulations. Hillian was really fighting it. I think he made the wrong tire selection. Had he picked the mediums, he may have been able to do a bit more and capture that podium position, but he made the decision that didn't pay out. So Fresh made a decision that was better going on softs, especially after he was able to make it for 8 laps on him. Paid out. Wildcat right there in 8th position, still in points. Racer X210. And guess why, Ben? And that is it for Wolfpack Epic Grudge Racing Championship Series. Thank you so much, Stinky. Thank you so much, Justin, for cluing in, putting me where I needed to be on camera view. DZP rocks. They are awesome. And right now, we are about to switch off. We are about to close out Twitch. We are out of here. We're about to go to the YouTube, have some final closing remarks, and see what the audience thought about the first round of this race. Peace out, Twitch. We are done. That is the race. Woo! What did y'all think about that, ladies and gentlemen? What did you think about that? That to me was live in 5. Yo, big shout out. Congratulations. Blue Diva saying massive congratulations to you, Paul. Our first grudge race winner of a championship series, to be exact. And for Alex So Fresh for the driver of the day, great start to our grudge racing series. Listen, we got to get Paul. I'm telling you, he is so deserving. He has been putting in the work. He congratulates his drivers. Paul, S450 rider, congratulations, sir. Let me go ahead and put you up in the chat for that. The first winner of the series. I am excited about what is to be coming in the weeks to come. We will have another race coming up. Baku is our next round 2. Azerbaijan can offer up some fireworks. It can offer up some extensive good racing. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Merry Christmas to you all. Should you all have a happy and good, safe holiday. Hopefully the checkbook is not in the red, just going down. But eat well, be well. I will see you all soon again on another live. That is all. Peace. Wolfpack out.